Hi there, my name is Scott McDonald, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a turntable on your back on Trampoline. You might know this trick by another name, such as UFO or flat spin, but whatever you want to call it, it's a lot of fun and it can often be learned in under half an hour. Before learning these, you should be comfortable bouncing on your back and have experience with some of the more common bed tricks such as porpoises, cradles, and pullovers. It would also be extremely helpful to know how to do a side flip and a stomach turntable. Let's get started. A turntable is a 360 flat spin on a horizontal axis that starts and finishes on your back with no twist or flip rotation. When first learning these, I found it very helpful to conceptualize the trick as a side flip, just one that's facing the ceiling instead of the wall. As you can see, the way this arm comes overhead then throws into the trick is practically identical to side flip technique, but beyond that, thinking of it as a horizontal side flip can help you stay on a flat plane and be useful when deciding which direction you want to rotate. If you go the same way as your side flip, muscle memory tends to kick in and make everything feel much more intuitive and natural. With that in mind, in this video my turntable is going clockwise, which would be a side flip to the left if it was upright. Now there are three setups you can use for this trick, and they are the foot plant, the kaboom, and both feet up. No matter which one you go with, it's going to look and feel the same once you're in the air, but most people I know found the foot plant the easiest to learn, so let's start there. For this one, you're going to land on your back with the sole of one foot planted against the bed and your other leg extended out to the side, holding it above the trampoline without touching. If you flat spin clockwise, like this, you'll be planting your right foot and vice versa. As the tramp digs in, maintain a firm anchor with your planted foot, then as you come up, you're going to swing your outstretched leg towards it while simultaneously throwing your arm. As you get airborne, tuck into a tight little ball and hang on, then open once you've completed the flat spin and resume bouncing on your back. Next up, we have the kaboom method. For this one, you're going to land on your back with one leg touching the bed and outstretched to the side, and the other leg held up in the air. As you sink in, you're going to kaboom with the raised leg, which should be the one that was planted in the previous technique, and send the rebound back towards your shoulder and ear. As soon as you feel the acceleration, all you need to do is tuck and ride it around. The final technique is the feet up method, which lands in a regular back bounce position. Since this is the most natural way to land, people often try to learn this one first, but generally speaking it's the most physically difficult way to do the trick because you don't get the inherent drive you would from a leg swing or a kaboom. Instead, you have to rely entirely on throwing your arms and kicking your legs to initiate the rotation. In terms of visual reference points, when I first learned turntables I found that looking at the ceiling helped me stay on axis and replicate the feeling and visuals of a side flip, but nowadays I prefer to hunch my chest somewhat and watch the world blur by in my peripheral vision. When I see that I'm about to complete my rotation, I open and revert to regular back bouncing visuals. Now that you understand how turntables work, let's break them down into a few simple drills. First of all, you can get the feeling for the foot plant and leg swing by doing the exact same motion on a smooth floor or on the trampoline itself. Besides that, I would just recommend breaking the turntable down into its components. First, focus on consistently getting a solid setup, then dialing in the leg swing, and finally on throwing with your arms. Once you can make it all the way around, enjoy your shiny new turntable. Let's explore some common turntable mistakes, and keep in mind that these mistakes tend to happen before you get airborne. As long as you have a good takeoff, the rest of the trick will pretty much take care of itself. The first major issue people run into is feeling a lack of power, as if you get stuck in the air and don't get any rotation. This can be happening for a variety of reasons, firstly and most commonly mistiming your movements with your own limbs or with the rhythm of the trampoline. Remember that you're trying to efficiently maximize rotation, so if you stay extended or go loose instead of maintaining a tight tuck, you'll spin very slowly. When doing the leg sweep, make sure your foot is firmly planted against the bed. If it isn't, you won't be able to anchor yourself and use the swing properly. Also, if you swing your leg upward instead of across, if you hold it vertically instead of swinging it, if you let it drop and hit the trampoline, if you keep your stance narrow instead of extending it further out, or if you forget to use your arms, you're missing out on a ton of potential power. People also sometimes get a bit confused and accidentally mix multiple setups together. Make sure you picked one instead of trying to foot plant while kabooming or something along those lines. If you choose to do the kaboom method, make sure you're not kabooming the wrong leg or both legs. The other main issue people run into is staying on a flat horizontal plane. If your axis wobbles slightly, it's no big deal, but if you start tilting towards a flip, something is definitely off. If you find yourself in pseudo backflip territory, like this, you might be kabooming with both legs or looking for the trampoline over your shoulder. If you're finding yourself in a sort of side flippy porpoise motion, like this, you're probably picking your chest up or looking for the trampoline in front of you. Looking for the bed can also make you twist, so instead of compromising your technique by trying to actively spot the trampoline, I recommend you rely on your peripheral vision, hold on, and enjoy the ride. On that note, I'm going to wrap things up, but I hope this video gave you everything you need to learn turntables on your back. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in coaching or workshops, you can always message me on Instagram at ScottAMcDonald. And until next time, good luck, happy training, bye.